There is a specific kind of morning exhaustion that feels totally unfair. You didn't stay up late watching movies. You didn't drink alcohol. You didn't have a stressful day. You did everything by the book. Yet, when the sun comes up, you feel like you have been fighting a war all night. Your sheets are twisted, your body feels hot and restless, and your mind feels like an old computer trying to boot up. You aren't just tired, you feel unrestored. It feels like you spent the entire night working rather than resting. And in a physiological sense, you probably were. This is what I call the overheated engine effect. Most people over 45 assume that poor sleep is just about stress or racing thoughts. They think the problem is entirely in their mind, so they try to meditate, or they count sheep, or they force themselves to lie still. But the reason you are waking up exhausted often has nothing to do with your psychology. It is a biological failure of your body's internal thermostat. You are sleeping, but your internal engine is running hot. Because of this, your body cannot enter the restorative shutdown mode it needs to repair your cells. If you don't fix this thermal regulation, no amount of positive thinking or relaxation apps will help you wake up refreshed. You will continue to wake up feeling drained, heavy, and older than you actually are. To understand why you feel this way, we have to look at one of the most overlooked requirements for human sleep, the core drop. We are warm-blooded creatures. We maintain a steady temperature all day long to keep our metabolism running. But for sleep to happen, specifically deep restorative sleep, a dramatic shift must occur. Your core body temperature needs to drop by about 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Think of your body like a high-performance sports car. After driving at high speeds all day, the engine is hot. You cannot just park the car in the garage and expect the engine to cool down instantly. If the cooling system is broken, the heat gets trapped. When your core temperature stays too high during the night, your brain interprets this as a signal to stay alert. It prevents the release of melatonin and keeps your cortisol levels elevated. You might fall unconscious, but you stay in a shallow, agitated state of sleep. Your body is fighting to cool itself down all night long, which burns energy. This is why you wake up feeling like you just ran a marathon. Metabolically, you did. For many of us in our 50s and 60s, this natural cooling mechanism becomes inefficient. Our circulation changes, our metabolism shifts, and suddenly, we lose the ability to dump heat effectively. So, how do we manually trigger this core drop and convince the body it is time to shut down? We need to manipulate 2 environmental triggers that signal to your brain that the sun has gone down and the temperature has dropped. Here are 2 specific, non-obvious ways to force your body to cool down and enter deep sleep. The first method seems like a contradiction. To cool your body down, you need to heat your skin up. This is called the warm bath effect, but it relies on a mechanism called vasodilation. About 90 minutes before you want to be asleep, take a warm shower or a hot bath. Not scalding, just comfortably warm. Most people think this helps them sleep because it relaxes the muscles. While that is true, the real magic happens when you step out of the water. When you are in the warm water, your blood vessels dilate. They open up wide. Blood rushes from your core to the surface of your skin to your hands and feet. When you step out of the bath into your cooler bedroom, that heat rapidly escapes from your skin into the air. This massive release of heat causes your core temperature to plummet. It is a biological hack. By heating the surface, you force the core to dump its heat. This rapid drop is the exact physiological trigger your brain is waiting for to initiate deep sleep. If you don't like baths, simply soaking your feet in hot water for 10 minutes has a very similar effect. The second factor is light architecture. You already know you should avoid blue light screens. But there is a factor that is even more important than the color of the light: the position of the light. In nature, the sun is high in the sky when we are supposed to be awake. As the day ends, the sun drops to the horizon. Our eyes have specialized sensors, ganglion cells, located in the bottom half of the retina. They are designed to detect light coming from above. If you have overhead lights on in your kitchen or living room after 8 p.m., you are simulating high noon. You are blasting those sensors with a signal that says, it is the middle of the day. Keep the engine running hot. Do not produce sleep hormones. The fix is simple. After dinner, turn off every single overhead light in your house. Switch to table lamps, floor lamps, or night lights. Keep all light sources below eye level. By moving the light source down, you stop stimulating those daylight sensors. You mimic the setting sun. This signals your biological clock that the day is over, allowing your heart rate to slow and your temperature to begin that critical drop. However, there is often a third, invisible barrier. Even if you take the warm shower and lower the lights, your internal thermostat relies on a complex balance of minerals and neurotransmitters to actually execute the shutdown command. As we age, we often become deficient in the specific raw materials that allow the nervous system to transition from active to rest. If your internal chemistry is out of balance, the signal to cool down gets lost in transmission. The body wants to cool down, but it lacks the fuel to turn the dial. This internal resistance is a major reason why sleep quality fragments as we get older. We simply don't have the chemical support to maintain the off switch for 8 hours. There is a specific natural compound that is widely used to support this internal regulation. It helps smooth out the nervous system's transition into the night, acting as a stabilizer for your sleep architecture. Many people who feel physically restless or hot at night find that replenishing this specific nutrient support is the key to finally getting that deep, cool, restorative rest. I have placed the details on this natural support solution in the first link in the description below this video. If you are tired of waking up feeling like an overheated engine, I highly recommend checking that link to see how you can support your body's natural ability to power down. Sleep is a thermal process as much as it is a mental one. By using the warm bath effect to dump heat and lowering your lights to mimic the sunset, you are speaking to your body in a language it understands. You are manually adjusting the thermostat to deep sleep. Once you master your temperature, the quality of your morning energy changes completely. If you found these tips helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future health insights. See you in the next video.